Hello everyone, you're on Tony's Magical Arts and Crafts, and I'm Tony. Hi, hello. Alright, today I'm going to continue working on the little journal that I have been challenged to do by Gwen the Trash Witch. Let's speak better today. Gwen the Trash Witch. Sometimes my words like to slur together if I speak too fast. Does anyone ever have that problem? Alright, so I've been challenged to do a sewn in journal, which I never do. So I just want to show you how far I've gotten off camera. I got all the inside pages. I think I did that one on camera, but I did that one off. So I got that in. And then I got the winter side signature sewn in. And I kind of did it my own way, but it worked. And I left this really long tail on because I'm going to add beads and dangles and stuff. So this is how the first one turned out. I got this front one on, got this signature sewn in. I did some stuff to the pages because I hate just leaving, white pages in anything. Glued in a few little flip throughs. I didn't decorate the pages yet. Just if there was going to be any flip outs, I glued them in first, so it was easier for me to do that. And I think did I glue that one down? No. Yeah, I think I did. I thought I was going to leave that one open. But no, I glued it down. Flip outs. Gotta make sure to stay in frame. So on this side's pretty much going to be the winter, kind of Christmassy side. And I did decorate one page, which I used some junk mail to use this little window up with this little guy peeking out, and you just open it up and there's a little guy with his stocking, and then you've got the Christmas tree on the side and Christmas lights, and then it just says the happiness holidays. Yeah, you can see that, right? Little hot cocoa, and I used my washi tapes. So that page is done. I don't need to do any more to it. For some reason, when I decided to glue, like I said, I was gluing all these flip outs in, and I was staring at this blank envelope, and I had to decorate it. Then once I had decorated, I was like, oh, it needs somebody peeking out already, so I had to do that. And then there's the back page to that one. So I think these really big triangles that I cut from that file folder will be these back pockets for the back page. Okay. So I did the first signature off camera, and so the second side I'll do on camera. So that's what we're doing today. So pull up a chair, grab some craft supplies or something to drink, and craft along with me, please. I'm just trying to figure out where I put my signature. Guys, where is it? Gosh, I'm constantly misplacing stuff. Alright, I'm going to have to pause you and find my signature because I can't find it. Alright, I'm back. So I forgot that I put this signature under some heavy books because I used some water on these pages, and when they dry they kind of ripple. So this is what this side looks like. And this side's going to be fall themed. With a little bit of Halloween mixed in. Not pretty. That is gorgeous. I'm running out of sprays. I might have to request some sprays for my birthday. Oh, see, I forgot to. So before we sew this one in, we need to put these flip outs in first. So this might be a little bit longer video than I expected. And I forgot to spray that one too. But that's okay. Not everything needs to be sprayed, right? Alright, the thing is, I don't have any fall washi tape, so it might have to be Halloween themed. Why do I not have any fall? Right? I do have an orange glitter. That counts, right? And then I have, this one has, that one can count as fall, like a fall spooky one. It's almost out though. Perhaps that one can count as fall too. That one can count as fall too. It's just a black cat laying on a pumpkin. Doesn't really scream Halloween, so we'll put that one out instead, because there's more of that one. I do have some fall themed washi tapes on my Amazon wish list, on my Halloween. Because I have 3 Amazon wish lists posted. Because I have OCD and they all have to stay in their own category. So the Halloween one is where the Halloween and fall craft related items are that I wish to have. I think I have some fall washi tapes in there that I wouldn't mind getting. Okay, I just had to unplug my gun. Glue gun here. Glue bottle, not glue gun. Just a little bit of glue down the side here. Nope, that's not going to work. Okay. It's going to go on first. Now it's got to go on. Then I'll turn it over and put one on the back side too. So how's everyone doing? How's your weather? Has it started getting warm in your area yet? Or is it still really cold? I mean, we're in April now. We should start getting slightly warmer. I know most people will have like April showers. So then we can have many flowers, right? That glitter washi tape has no stick left to it at all. It's so old. Well, it has a little bit, not much. why I use glue. Okay, now that one is on. Just fold it. Oh, it's not sticking. Come on. Not wanting to bend. Okay, that one. So we're not having a very good day. Alright, so that edge is going to have just a really fancy feature. Okay, so let's don't fret if something doesn't work for you. Just think outside the box a different way. Maybe the universe is telling you, hey, it's not meant to be right there. So we're going to go with a stronger washi tape. Sorry for that car if you can hear it. I have my art room window open today. I wish he would hurry up and leave though. It's a sports car, so it's got a really like loud but low rumble. You can almost feel it in your bones. Alright, let's see if that worked. Oh, that one worked much better. Okay, now that one, come on, hands work. There we go. Now that's what's out like that. Closes. And then I got one right here. So then we'll use the same washi tape because we know that one works. My mouth has been really dry today. I feel like I'm constantly drinking water today. Does anyone else struggle with dry mouth? Okay, so I'll fix that. There we go. Now we've got kitty cats on there. Seems like every time I go for a walk around my building, I see a new cat, like in someone's window. Okay, now we can sew this in. So we just veered off the plan just a little bit. I forgot that I didn't sew those in, or not sew, but glue them in. I had to stop and get a drink. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I sewed in the first signature, which worked really well for me. So I'm going to do it now. I don't think there's any right or wrong way on how to make a junk journal. I really don't. That's why it's called a junk journal, because you can do it any way you want, right? So I sewed in my signatures in the way I want. So I have this We Are Memory Keepers hole puncher for signatures. So use that. Okay, I'm in frame, right? Yeah, I'm in frame. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that I am sewn in everything correctly. This is my top. Yeah. So I'm going to take this little white white chalk pencil, and I'm going to find my middle of my spine, and I'm going to put a white line right down the middle of it. Why am I doing that? Is because when I put this down in there, I want to make sure I get the middle centered. I'm going to knock everything over. No, you don't. I screw one side down first. There's just not enough room up here for me. And then I'm going to use the center holes, so I just got to make sure my white line is centered. Is this the hard way or the easy way? I don't know. I'm just doing it Tony's way. The way that makes sense to me isn't really the way that makes sense to someone else. Does that make sense? Okay, so I've got my white line. I've got my white line centered there. I'm going to get out my tool here. And this tool will go through a lot of layers of paper. So it goes through the spine quite well. And I'm going to put my, once I'm done with the spine, I'll take it out, and then I'll put my signature right in there, all the pages together, and this tool goes all the way through them. It's amazing. It's like butter. So I'm just going to go, some of the holes have circles around them and some don't, and the holes that I will be using are the ones without circles. And you just poke your tool right down in the hole. Okay. So I'll take it out now. Just put that aside, and then carefully lift this up. Can you see my holes down the center? Yeah, you can see those. Alright, so I'll set that aside, and we'll do the signature next. Now for the signature, I take, instead of a white pencil, I just take a regular pencil and put a line right down the center of it. I'll just do a line right down the center of it. So I want to put my signature down in there. Hold on, I think I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Probably pollen coming in my window. The tree pollen is really high over here right now. All the trees are blooming, the grass is blooming, so the grass pollen's probably high too. Okay, so now I'm just going to make sure I'm centered, because nobody wants a crooked, and so I almost forgot. I didn't even. So what I did last time was I clipped them, because I don't want my signatures moving at all. So I'm going to clip them, these clips. And I just do one on this side, and then I'll go to the other side, but go down. And I don't want any of these pages moving out of place. So that kind of just holds them in place. I was like, I almost forgot a step. Now, do you have to do this step? Probably not. It's just my paranoia, knowing my luck that it would probably move on me, or they wouldn't move while I'm making the holes, but they would move while I'm trying to sew them in. And I don't want to have that frustration. Trust me guys, I thought about this quite a bit, because like I said, I hate sewing stuff in, so I wanted to make this easy and painless as possible for myself. Because if this went well for me, I might do more often, which so far is going fine. So trust the process. Okay. Yeah, those are straight. All straight. Now, and trust me, this. Wait, what's going on? Flip this up. I think that one went all the way through. There we go. You do have to push a little bit harder with all this paper stuck together, but it's not much. I have arthritis, so even with my arthritis hands, it still works just fine. Doesn't hurt. See, and now my holes are all poked. Tell you what, if you can get your hands on this, especially if you're somebody like me and don't like doing all the sewing process, it trust me, this works quite well. Okay, so we're done with that tool, and we're done with this tool. So now we need to get out our needles, and for this, the way I did it today, I only used the straight needle. I did not need to use the curved needle. That's for a whole different stitch. And then, come on, get out there. So you'll need your sewing thread and your needles out. And that whole thing comes with this kit. We are Memory Keeper, and I think it's called a punch board. Let's see, does it say? Wear bookbinding? Hashtag wear bookbinding? I guess. Maybe. Let's see, and it gives you step-by-step directions. So, it's pretty cool. Alright, so we don't need those anymore. Alright, let me get another drink. There's something going on with me today. Maybe I didn't drink enough water yesterday. Okay, so we just need to thread our needle. And I put quite a bit of thread on there just because I want a long tail left over afterwards, so I can, you know, put beads and dangles and stuff on it. So probably I kind of like stretch my arms out, and so that's pretty much how much I got there. And the hole on these needles are pretty big, so really easy to thread. Like I said, somebody gifted this to me, so and I haven't really used it, so I better start using it, huh? So I'm just tying a knot in it now, my thread. Okay. And then gotta make sure I start at the bottom, and I'll go through the stitch. You know, you'll see. I'll go in from the inside first. Wait, hold on. We need the cover before we start sewing. Alright, so I'm just gonna make sure. Okay, that's the top. That's the top. Okay. Now, the tricky part is trying to line these all up. My stone frame. Hopefully. Okay, there we go. all the way through. And then I'm going to go through that hole right there. Can you guys see what I'm doing? So we go in that hole, and then we'll come out that hole, and then there'll be spaces left like that, and then we'll come, once we make it to the top, we're going to come back down. And I have no clue if you guys can see what I'm doing here. And doing it this way does not bother me, so that's why I'm doing it. I think it doesn't matter how you sew it in as long as it stays and it holds over time. You know what I mean? So you gotta make sure the sewing method that you choose is strong and tight, but not too tight that it's going to tear through your pages, and not too loose that your signature is going to flop around constantly. Okay. I think my only problem I keep running into is when I pull my thread through, it like, if you don't watch it, it'll catch on to things. Oh, that car's back already? He must have just ran to the store or something. I feel like some of these are a little loose. So. There we go. He must have went and picked up kids then. He's got kids with him now. Okay, so I made it to the top here. Okay. So there, in my cover, there's going to be an extra hole, which I think I might put little charms in there. But at this point, our signature is sewn in. So I'm going to start going back through. So we're right here. Now we're going to go back in that hole and like complete the loop of the stitch. I don't know if that's the term for this, but that's what I'm that's what I'm saying. I make terms up as I go. If you don't know it, make it up. Oh, trust me, I've heard other content creators say, you know, this doohickey or this doodad, put that there, or they give it an odd name or something, because we just don't know. We know how to do, we just don't know what the term is called. on. Come on. If I keep going out of frame, I'm sorry. Going back through is a little bit more tougher, but still a little easy on the hands. It's not bad. And if you're really weak and can't pull it back through the second time, get a pair of pliers like this and grab onto the needle. And that's a little easier on your fingers. Okay, and then we've got one more hole to go through here. And I want this last stitch to end up on the outside, on the spine here. And that one's a little harder to get through sometimes. Okay. So now that it's sewn in, you can take those clips off. Okay, so now this tail is going to end up down here, just like the other side, and that's where my dangles are going to be. So we just cut that off right there. And before I finish tying that, I'm going to put my nail away so I don't lose it. That just goes right back into my pocket here, so I don't lose them. If I don't put it away right away, I will lose it. Or it's going to end up on the floor, no man's land, and when I least expect it, I'll step on it one day. I don't want to do that. Alright, so I'm going to tie these two like this once, and then twice, and then, just for safe measures, I'm going to tie it like this together. Okay, so it's all tied in. So there's my tails on both sides. Now, those aren't going to stay that long. I just want to thread on some beads and a few little charms, and so they'll probably be about that long, probably. But until I know exactly how long, I'm going to leave them like that. So let's go inside and check out our, kind of just play with the pages a little bit, just work them, because they're a little stiff right now. And so our pages are all sewn in. There's our middle. out. There's our other flip out. There's our back. There's our pocket right there, which I did do the big jumbo tag that goes in there off camera. And what I did was, because this side is fall and the other side is going to be like winter Christmas, one side of this jumbo tag that goes in this pocket is fall. Isn't he cute? He's got his sandwich. Like a little saying here. Oh, I'm so sorry guys, I didn't have the flash on, or the light. I hope it wasn't dark the whole time. And then here's the winter side. And then like Christmas ribbon on this side and like fall ribbon on this side. Isn't that cute? Isn't he cute? I almost wish I had some glossy accents so I can make the eyes look glossy, you know? But I do not yet. It's on my wish list. So, this tag will go right in there. And it's still a little stiff for some reason. There we go. And so, my signatures are sewn in. Now we get to do the fun part and decorate everything. But we have made it to 42 minutes, almost 43. So I'll stop this video and do a part, because this is part 3. So I gotta do a part 4, and then probably a part 5, depending on how long it takes me to decorate this thing, right? So if you have not seen 1 or 2, please go check them out. I did link these in a playlist called Raccoon Junk Journal, I think, or Raccoon Journal. So I did do a playlist for this one, okay? Alrighty, I'll see you in part 4. Have a beautiful, magical day.